Barcelona can seal the deal here and now. A win guarantees promotion, and their loyal following will settle for nothing less. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Fired deep toward... He's got tall! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Mbappe! He might... Mbappe! Goal! Barcelona! And look who it is! He leads the way! He leads the way again! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
And it's Alexander-Arnold, and he's been shifted off it. Now that looks a decent ball. That looks a good ball through. And he's in on goal. Big chance! Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Great ball, Messi! It's in! A quite incredible spell, they are flying! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Akanji. Now Van Dijk. Neymar. That's been slipped through. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. And here's De Bruyne. Now it's some great chance! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. A case now of complete control. Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne. Mbappe. And the shot! It's in! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Aimed beyond the defence. Kamavinga. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And there is the half-time whistle. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Barcelona have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And there's the shot! Oh, impressive strike!
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Can he latch on to this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. It's just beyond his reach. And it's Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Sticks it away. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. Could be danger here. And he's got the beating of his man. He's one-on-one. Shot, surely. And yes, it's there. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Another one! This must be his personal high.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he welcomes it in. And this is Messi. Jimenez. Kamavinga. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on.
Messi! He's got a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
He's through and all alone! And the shot! They've done it! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Coming on the field, number 26, number 19,
Neymar. And this is Messi. Now there's a fine ball. It's Kane! He scores! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
After 80
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kane, played right into his path. And he's found a... Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to... In for the pieces!
Added minutes has been indicated.
He's tried one! Messi. They get a throw in.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 7, Eduardo Camavinga. Coming on to replace him is...
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Kane. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona are going up, and now they can dream. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona really were brilliant today, Peter, to produce a performance like this in a game that could have a massive outcome on the team's future. Those players have every reason to be proud of themselves and deserve every bit their status.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.